morning, and it is a good morning. It is a beautiful morning. It's very early. It's very dark. Very rainy last night. Very rainy. We had a very wet night. Yeah. Rain is a beautiful thing. It inspires creativity. It inspires hope. It inspires love. It inspires longings. It inspires. A rainy night is a tonic for the artist. It restores, it revitalizes, it revives, it heals. And why shouldn't it? Science is not a book of answers. It is not a book of knowledge. It is not a proud declaration that we know. Science is a method of learning. It is a way of arriving at answers that make sense and that are more correct than their predecessors were. It is a process of learning to understand the world in which we live. Unfortunately, some people still think of science as a big book of answers, that you go to college and you study science and then you know everything. This is not true. Being a scientist means focusing on a narrow specialty, going to university for years and years and years, and then emerging not knowing everything, but rather wanting to know everything about your chosen field. And that's how science works. It is not about knowing, it is about asking, it is about wondering. It is about trying to understand. Because scientists, real scientists, don't claim to know everything. Indeed, they don't claim to know anything. Instead, they present the evidence. And if you present compelling, valid, legitimate evidence contrary to this, they will consider your evidence. They will assess your evidence. And they will determine whether or not your evidence really is valid. Because science is not about knowing everything. It is about questioning everything. And the first thing that a scientist learns to question is his or her own assumptions. Science is the exact opposite of religion in this way. Because in religion, you are taught to never question anything except alternatives. You question them, but you never question what you are told. You believe what you are told. In religion. In science, you question what you are told. And religion calls this a weakness. But science calls it a strength. And why not? It is a strength. It is the greatest strength in science. The questioning of everything. That's why religion hates and fears science. That's why science thrives best in a secular environment. That's why every religious and pseudo-religious ideology throughout history has tried to limit, restrict, or control science. Because they know that if you start questioning your own assumptions, pretty soon you're going to start questioning theirs. And that is the one thing they fear the most: questions. doubt, disbelief. And science encourages all these things: questions, doubt, and disbelief. And that's why science comes up with workable answers that actually help, whereas religion comes up with nothing more than empty platitudes and constant begging for money. Money, 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 money. Give me the money. That's religion. Give me your money. You never see a scientist living in a 40-room mansion, preaching a sermon in a megachurch. You never see a scientist buying their own private jet. You never see this. You see this from religious leaders, though. Preachers do this all the time. Being rich doesn't make you right. It just makes you really good at selling your product. But at the end of the day, it is science, not religion, that gives us medical breakthroughs and technological breakthroughs. And while secularized religion has historically funded science, extremist religion has never funded science. Never. Something to think about.